Namaskar. I'm Kumar Rakesh and watching Global Governance News TV. Today news, Supreme Court of Bharat orders release of all convicts in Rajiv Gandhi, former Prime Minister of Bharat, Rajiv Gandhi assassination case, who were killed in 1991, 21st May, in Sri Perambur in Chennai, and Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit Indonesia for participate in G20 meeting in Bali, and by next month, Bharat will be chair of G20. So first news on Rajiv Gandhi assassination case. That was the day, I think, day of the black day for the Indian politics, Bharat politics, and that I was correspondent of that time, the Madhya Pradesh news Hindi Delhi Nai Dunia. I was Delhi-based correspondent, and I covered that incident from Delhi and how the scene was there in 10 Zanpat about 10:30 time, 10:30 p.m. A news just lead broken by the PTI Bhasha that Dr. Vedanta Vaidik was editor of Bhasha, not PTI. So they confirmed Rajiv Gandhi killed. That I was sitting in the Indian Express office and find the ticker that time, the no computer, no like that. So and all on 10:20 the rush to the 10 Janpat, whoever just covered how the reaction was there, how Mr. R.K. Dhawan was there, and so many just till 2:30 I was inside with 4 or 5 reporters and try to find out the scenario, how the scene was there. The senior journalist Alok Tomar was also there, and so he was known to all, but I was not known by the many political leaders. I started political reporting only 2 months back. So that day, the crucial day for the Congress, for the country, at that time, Chandrasekhar, he was the Prime Minister of the country. He was in Bhubaneswar. After that, he sent the messages to the all militaries. The military army was alert by 3 a.m. that day, 22nd May, and Sonia Gandhi and family just rushed to the Sri Perambur, checked the body, and after that, next day body uh, just come back, and that was a body we can't expect and think about that. And that the story, if I tell you, really so inhuman angle how he was killed by one lady, Dhanu. Uh, he was a human bomb. So today, on that case, Supreme Court of Bharat ordered the premature release of all 6 convicts in Rajiv Gandhi assassination case convicts. The court ordered release of convict Nalini Srihar, Robert Pais, Ravi Chandran, Sudan Sridhar Raja, Santhan Sriharan, and Murugan and Jayakumar. The appellants directed to set the at liberty if not required in any other matter, the bench ordered. The bench comprising Justices B.R. Gavai and B.V. Nagratna passed the order following the direction passed on May 17th, which granted relief to the Perari Vallan, another convict in the case. The bench noted the order of the Perari Vallan is applicable to the present applicants. The court noted that Tamil Nadu government has recommended the release of all convicts, which has not been acted upon by the governor. The bench also noted that the convicts have spent over 3 decades in prison and that their conduct in prison was satisfactory. But I think this should not be the criteria for the any killer. This is my personal opinion. I think courts should be consider the inhuman act done by the all culprits. In the Perari case, the Supreme Court held the governor in the matter of remission was bound by the state cabinet decision, observing that the inordinate delay by the governor in taking a decision warranted Perari release. The Supreme Court invoked the special powers under Article 142 to order his release. Regarding the applicants, the court's order observed as under. In case of Robert Pais, it is seen his conduct is satisfactory and that he is suffering from the various illness he has obtained various degrees. In case of Jayakumar also, his conduct is found satisfactory. He also taken various studies. In the case of Stenthira Raja, also suffering from various ailments, he has written various articles which have not only been published but also received awards. So, insofar as Ravichandran is concerned, his conduct also been found to be satisfactory and has undertaken various studies, also done charitable purposes. As far Nalini is concerned, she is a woman and have been incarcerated for a period of more than 3 decades, and her conduct also found satisfactory. She has also undertaken various studies. Insofar as Sridhar is concerned, his conduct is also found satisfactory and also undertaken various studies. Senior advocates Sanjay Hegde and Gopal Shankar Narayanan appeared for the appellants. Senior advocate Rakesh Dwivedi appeared for the state government. So if you see the background, 25%, including the appellants, were sentenced to death by Tata court for the assassination of former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi in 1998. When the matter traveled to the Supreme Court, a bench headed by Justice K.D. Thomas acquitted 19 convicts, but upheld the death sentence of the four of them, Perivalan, Sriharan, Santanan, and Nalini. Three others were sentenced to undergo life imprisonment. Nalini death sentence was commuted to life imprisonment in 2000 by the Tamil Nadu government. In 2014, Supreme Court commuted to death sentence of the Perarivan, Sriharan, and Santan to life imprisonment. In 2018, the AIDMK cabinet recommended the release of seven convicts, but the governor refused to authorize the remission. After the Supreme Court ordered the release of Peregrine, Nalin, and Ravichandran, moved the Madras High Court seeking premature release. However, Madras Court dismissed their petition, observing lacks of the special power enjoyed by Supreme Court under Article 142. But Congress just refuted, just he said unacceptable. Congress General Secretary Jairam Ramesh said it is most unfortunate that Supreme Court has not acted in consultation with the spirit of India Bharat. The Congress party chair was unfortunate and unacceptable as the Supreme Court today announced the decision to release six killers convicted in assassination of former Prime Minister and Congress leader Rajiv Gandhi. Reacting to Supreme Court decision, Jairam Ramesh, Congress MP and General Secretary in charge of communications, tweeted the decision of Supreme Court to free remaining killers of former Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi is totally unacceptable and completely erroneous. The Congress party criticized it clearly and finds it wholly untenable. He added, it is most unfortunate that Supreme Court has not acted in consonance with the spirit of India on this issue. So this is a Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated May 21st, 1991 at Sriperumbudur in Tamil Nadu by a women suicide bomber by LTTE, the Liberation Tigers of Tamil Elam from neighboring Sri Lanka. The Supreme Court directed the premature release of six convicts, including Nalini Sriharan and R.P. Ravichandran, serving life sentence in the case. A bench of Justice B.R. Gavai and V.V. Nagratna said the judgment of the top court in the case of A.G. Perarivalan, one of the convicts, equally applicable in their matter. The six convicts were freed by Supreme Court after 33 years in jail. Out of six released today, Robert Pies, J. Kumar Murugan, Sri Lanka National. So, and in 2000, Nalini Sridhar sentenced reduced to life term to intervention of Sonia Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi wife and former correspondent. 2008, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, daughter Rajiv Gandhi, met with her Bangalore jail, and sentence of six more convicts also committed in 2014. So I think this is a matter of human or unhuman, I don't know, but how the Supreme Court can do like this, and how just release on the only uh, performance of the good behavior. So I think if they have done in the Rajiv Gandhi case, they should release more culprits and killers. And, and it is good for the society or not. Supreme Court should also decide and consider how they have been behaving with the main killers of the any our prime minister of the country. How entity that time suicide bomber did it. So this matter of the great concern for everyone, as well as for the Supreme Court, and how they chronologically they have done it. Should not or not is matter of the great concern. So we should react also that time. If you see that Rajiv Gandhi, when he was prime minister, and after 84, the killing of Indira Gandhi, he was elected prime minister, the first youth prime minister of the country in 40 years, 72 days, the age of that prime minister at that time when he made became the prime minister. And that time, Congress won 414 seats out of 533. And he just employed a school computer introduced the country, and Navodaya school he established, and PCO and telephone, just whatever he done. But so many corruption charges are also against him. Sikh rights, Bhopal gas strategy, Savano case, Bofor's black money, Sri Lanka policy. I criticized on these issues. The Raja government was criticized, and after that Congress lost, and he's a cabinet minister sometime with the new party. Mr. Vishwanath Pratap Singh became the prime minister. After that, the Sarkar is the government is fell down, and Chandrasekhar became the prime minister with the support of Congress. But in 1991, that Sarkar also fell down, and that the election announced. And for that election campaign, Rajiv Gandhi was going to Tamil Nadu with his colleague Mupnar. So that 26 culprit that time, and if you see, they all were there. So we can understand how they behave, behave like that. Should be or should not be. So this is a matter of great concern, and this is, should be think properly. Supreme Court should do or not. So I think Rajiv Gandhi was praised by the all parties. Sometime was Mr. Clean, but sometime he's most corrupt prime minister. After the Bofor's issue also cleared by the court later on day, but and according to sources that for whatever corruption charge that leveled against Rajiv Gandhi, that is due to Sonia Gandhi and her family. He himself not a dishonest and corrupt person, according to sources. So now the Sonia Congress is after 1998. So you have just seen the all the fate of the Congress now. And, I think time of break, and after break, I'll come to you for the next news. For the uh, welcome, welcome after the news. Now, I'll come on the news of Prime Minister Narendra Modi is visiting Indonesia for G20 meeting, and he'll from 14th to 16th November, according to MEA, and he'll visit the Indonesian city of Bali from November 14 to 16 to attend the G20 summit. The Minister of External Affairs announced on the sidelines of summit, Modi hold a bilateral meeting with some of the counterparts. The summit is likely to be attended by US President Joe Biden, British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, French President Emmanuel Macron, German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, among others. The leaders are expected to deliberate the Ukraine conflict, its implications on food and energy security, and other pressing global issues such as the climate change. Mr. Narendra Modi is attending the summit at the invitation of Indonesian President Joko Widodo. Indonesia is the current chair of the G20, and as we know it, after from the 1st December 2022, India will chair the G20. And just on 7th of November, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi released the logo of G20 that was trying to create a controversy with the Congress on the emblem on the lotus. So during the Bali summit, G20 leaders deliberated extensively on the key issues of global concern over the summit theme of recover together, recover stronger. Three working sessions will be held as part of G20 summit agenda: food and energy security, health and digital transformation, and all. And India will formally assume the G20 presidency from December 1, and President Widodo will symbolically hand over the G20 presidency to Prime Minister Modi at the closing session of the summit. On the sidelines of summit, the Prime Minister will hold the bilateral meeting with some of his counterparts. The Prime Minister also address interact with the Bharatiya community in Bali. G20 or Group 20 is the intergovernmental forum of the world's major developed and developing economies. It comprises the Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Canada, China, France, Germany, India, that is Bharat, Indonesia, Italy, Japan, Republic of Korea, Mexico, Russia, Saudi Arabia, South Africa, Turkey, the UK, USA, and European Union. G20 is the premier forum of international economic cooperation, representing around 85% of the global GDP, over 75% of global trade, and about two-thirds of the world population. India's Bharat is currently part of the G20 Troika, current, previous, and incoming G20 presidency, comprising Indonesia, Italy, and Bharat. On Tuesday, Modi unveiled the logo, theme, and the website of Bharat G20 presidency. Speaking of the cohesion, Prime Minister Nehru said, Bharat G20 presidency will be opportunity is to share its expertise with the world in areas of women empowerment, democracy, and digital technology. The Prime Minister also said the chair of the influential grouping Bharat endeavor would be that there should be no first world or third world, and it should be only one world. As the you see the logo, the one world, one earth, one family, and one future. So we can understand the how the big opportunity has come. It's a matter of pride for every Bharatiya. It's a matter of the increasing the pride. The Prime Minister had said in his address on the line of event. So Congress to Bharat, Congress to India for this great event. And now in 2023, the series of event will be organized in Bharat. So it will be increase the power, tourism, economy, trade from the G20 countries with Bharat. So I think Bharat will be the more stronger than ever. The first time after formation of G20 99, the first time Bharat has took over the presidency in the leadership of the global leader, Prime Minister Narendra Bhai Modi. We should proud on them, of country, our Prime Minister, and the presidency of G20. Long live Bharat, long live Prime Minister Narendra Modi for the betterment of India, betterment of Bharat, for the integral growth in all manners. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.